When we think of war, we usually picture serious generals, strategic maps, and grim battles. But history has a way of being incredibly unpredictable. Sometimes, the most memorable moments on the battlefield aren't about conquest, but about sheer absurdity. From an army that went to war against birds and lost, to a bear that was officially enlisted as a soldier, here are 3 historical war facts that sound like they belong in a cartoon rather than a history book. Let's start with the only war in history where the enemy didn't have guns, but still won, the Great Emu War of 1932. Following World War I, Australian veterans were given land to farm in Western Australia. However, they soon faced a new enemy, a migration of 20,000 emus that began destroying their wheat crops. The situation was so bad that the Minister of Defence sent in the Royal Australian Artillery with Lewis machine guns and 10,000 rounds of ammunition. They expected an easy victory, but the emus proved to be tactical geniuses. The birds split into small guerrilla groups, making them impossible to target with machine gun fire. They could run at 30 miles per hour and took multiple bullets without stopping. After weeks of fighting, the military had used thousands of rounds but only managed to take down a fraction of the birds. The commander, Major Meredith, even noted that the emus had the invulnerability of tanks. The army eventually withdrew in defeat, and the emus continued to enjoy the crops. It remains the only war where humans surrendered to flightless birds. If fighting birds sounds strange, imagine fighting alongside a bear who drinks beer and carries ammo. During World War II, the Polish Second Corps found a Syrian brown bear cub in Iran and adopted him. They named him Wojtek, but Wojtek wasn't just a mascot, he was treated like a fellow soldier. He was taught to salute, he wrestled with the men, and he developed a love for drinking beer and eating cigarettes. When the unit was deployed to Italy, the British transport ship didn't allow pets, so the Polish army officially enlisted him. He was given a rank, a service number, and a paybook. Wojtek became a corporal. During the brutal Battle of Monte Cassino, Wojtek actually helped the war effort. Witnesses reported seeing the 500-pound bear calmly carrying heavy crates of artillery shells, crates that usually required 4 men to lift, under heavy mortar fire, never dropping a single one. After the war, he retired to the Edinburgh Zoo, a true war hero who just happened to be a bear. Finally, we have the Battle of 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭, arguably the weirdest battle of World War II. It took place in May 1945, just days before the war ended. A group of high-profile French prisoners, including former prime ministers, were being held in an Austrian castle. As the SS units moved in to execute the prisoners, an impossible alliance formed to defend them. The castle was defended by the American 12th Armored Division, the French prisoners themselves, and, unbelievably, soldiers from the German Wehrmacht who had turned against the SS. It is the only known time in the war that Americans and Germans fought side by side as allies. They held off the SS assault until reinforcements arrived. The battle was chaotic, brave, and confusing, ending with a German major dying while trying to protect the French VIPs. It was a bizarre, redeeming footnote at the end of the world's deadliest conflict. If these stories amazed you, please like and subscribe.